Hello ladies and gents, welcome to Moviefiles, 100 movies in 100 days, and today is day 16, believe it or not, 16 days so far, and today I'll be reviewing the movie Groundhog Day.
Phil Connors? Phil Connors, I thought that was you!
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for watching.
Hey, now don't you tell me you don't remember me, because I sure as heck fire remember you.
Groundhog Day is a 1993 movie directed by Ramis, as you know as Egon from Ghostbusters.
Egon!
Starring Bill Murray and Andie MacDowell. Murray plays Phil Connors, an arrogant TV weatherman whose life basically starts repeating on him.
Ned Ryerson?
Bing!
Bing!
And apparently it's part of the National Film Registry as culturally, historically and aesthetically significant, which for me, I have no idea what any of those words mean because I'm dumb.
You're a stupid dumbass.
So let's get to the story. Self-centered meteorologist Phil Connors, played by Murray, and news producer Rita, played by Andie MacDowell,
not worth it,
of station WPBH-TV9, travel to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. I think that's right.
You're a stupid dumbass.
And their assignment is to cover the annual Groundhog Day. Now, Phil, who doesn't like the assignment and really hates the town.
Phil? Hey! Phil Connors!
Ned?
Does a half-hearted attempt at actually reporting the reveal of the groundhog. They decide to go home, but a blizzard stops everybody from going anywhere, puts a blockade in the town, and gets everybody to, just stay another night, which he hates. Phil then wakes up, same day, same things happening, he's experienced a bit of deja vu, and then goes on to proceed with things as normal. He's unaware what's going on until it starts happening again, and again. And again.
Phil Connors!
Ned?
Phil Connors!
Ned?
Phil Connors!
Ned?
After realising that not really much can be done, he decides to take advantage of the situation by doing whatever the hell he wants. And truthfully, if I was in that situation, I would do the same bloody thing.
Rita.
Nancy.
Whatever.
He then realises that his life is fruitless and decides that he wants to try and make things right with Rita. Due to the fact that he keeps failing at this, he then just becomes more desperate to try and end this time loop that he's got himself into by giving false reports, getting himself fired, punching people in the face, and even trying to commit suicide on more than one occasion.
Phil Connors!
Ned?
He even kidnaps the groundhog and drives off a cliff, leaving himself and the groundhog screaming near to the end.
That's it. Hey, they're chasing us. Come on, make it fun. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
Realising that every attempt at suicide is fruitless, Phil decides to tell Rita what's going on. She explains to him that the best way to deal with the situation is to try and become more fulfilling, doing some nice things, trying to get himself out of this loop by being positive.
Phil Connors!
Ned?
Instead, he uses his time to learn more about Rita. He also uses his time to speak Italian and French, learns to sculpture ice, and also play the piano. He tries to help people around town as well, and does everything within his power to get himself out of this loop. Eventually, Phil is loved by everybody in the town. He befriends everybody that he meets, and did such an eloquent report on the whole reveal of the groundhog that everybody wants a piece of this guy. Rita eventually buys him out at the bachelor auction that the town was holding. They then spend the evening together, and he wakes up the next morning, which is February the 3rd this time, and realises that the time loop is broken. To end the film, Phil talks about living in Punxsutawney with Rita and spending the rest of their lives together. Now, this was a good film. It's a fun sort of family film. Well, not
Phil Connors!
Ned?
yes and no. It's like you know what Murray's like. He's very comedic. He uses his own personal touch to make this movie work. The story is rather basic, being trapped in a time loop. But it's one of those things where you love to see the hilarity with it. It's, when you look at something like this and have to see yourself in this situation, what would you do? What kind of debauchery or nonsensical things would you do to get yourself in and out of this situation? And it's fun to watch. In terms of acting, Murray is always flawless. He's, very comedic, very approachable, and you know, it exudes comedy. In terms of comic genius, he's never been better. He's always manages to put himself up a level and always comes out with the sarcastic comments and the funny comedy stylings that we're all pretty much used to in terms of Murray. Andie MacDowell she's pretty good as the love interest in this movie. The focus is not really much on her, but also on Murray's idea to court her, so to speak, because at first he just wants to sleep with her, but then it gets to the point where he just wants to be with her. So you can see the progression in terms of from where his character Phil was a bit of a self-centered arsehole and then eventually falls in love and cares about others. It plays a lot on the conscious, and it's something that you can watch and have a laugh with, especially on Groundhog Day. So what would I give this film in terms of a rating? Rating a film between 1 and 5, I give this film a 3. It's nice to watch, but it's something that doesn't show the best of Murray. He's done far better movies in terms of his work, and in regards to Groundhog Day itself, it's an okay vehicle for him, and it's one of those where it kind of would be forgettable if it wasn't for Murray. So that's it from me, folks. Tell me what you think of this, and tell me what you would do in terms of your very own Groundhog Day. And I will see you again for day 17 of Moviefiles 100 Movies in 100 Days, where I'll be reviewing the lovely, lovely Bill Murray movie of Scrooged.